Hello and welcome to Sports Time with Barney, and I'm your host Barney, and today we'll be going over my mock draft for the upcoming NFL draft this Thursday. And I'm not going to go over my entire mock draft. For that, you can just scroll down below in my description. I'll have my full mock draft there. I'll just be hitting some highlights that I have. There's not going to be real big of a difference here at the beginning part of my mock draft. It's not flashy or anything weird or out of the ordinary. I don't think it's going to happen. One of the things I'll hit on Cleveland because I'm a fan of Cleveland, and I think that they will be getting Chance Warmack, the guard out of Alabama. I think it'd be a great addition to their offensive line to go along with Joe Thomas. What I would really like to see Cleveland get is Milliner, the cornerback, but I think that he'll actually be gone by the time Cleveland picks. But if he is there, I think they should get him because in that division you have Joe Flacco, you have Ben Roethlisberger, you have Andy Dalton. You have 3 Pro Bowl quarterbacks, and you need that good secondary to combat that and to be in a playoff hunt. But that's who I think they'll go. I think they'll go with the offensive line to shore up for their quarterback to be better offensively. The next interesting people I think will be good will be the New York Jets because they do have now 2 first-round picks since the trade. They desperately need some help on pressuring the quarterback on the defensive side. So I think they'll go with Jarvis Jones, the linebacker. He's not a great all-around linebacker, I don't think. I don't think he's very good at the run defense. But on the pass rushing defense with the Jets desperately need, he will be really good for them. And then with their second pick, I really don't know how they're going to do. They could address several different needs they have. They could continue to go on the defensive side of the ball and draft another pass rusher or a cornerback or someone in the secondary. However, I think they'll probably address the offensive side of the ball. I think they'll go with Geno Smith, the quarterback, which I think will be a big mistake. They also could go with a wide receiver, Keenan Allen and Patterson. I think will both be there or go around that time. So, and they do need help all around the board. So I think that they could go a lot of different directions, but I have them taking Geno Smith with their second pick. The next interesting things that we have, I think, will be St. Louis because, again, they do have 2 picks in the first round. With their first pick, I think they're going to get a wide receiver. I think Patterson will still be there with the 16th pick, and so that's who I think they will be taking. And with their second pick, I think they're going to go on the defensive side. I think they're going to get a linebacker in Bjoern Jordan out of Oregon. He's going to be a phenomenal player for them. And he may not be there at the linebacker, Bjoern Jordan. They could do many different things there, but I think they're going to go with the defensive side with the ball with that. And the last team I'll be talking about will be Cincinnati. I think that they will be taking a safety because they really need a lot of help, I think, more on the defensive side than the offensive side. They could go with a tackle if a good tackle is still available, especially if Andre Smith does not sign by the draft, which I don't think will happen. But I think they will eventually re-sign him, so I'm not really worried about the offensive line too much there. They could go with wide receiver, but I think that Cincinnati already has good wide receivers, they just need to stay healthy. So I think they're going to go with the defensive side. I think they're going to go with a safety. Eric Reed, with my mock draft, will be there, and he's probably the best safety that's still available, and one of the best safeties in the draft all around anyway. So I feel that they will be picking him up. I only have one other safety going before him, so either one, I think it's Vasquez. Either one of those safeties will be really good, and I think Cincinnati will be better off with either one of them. One of the other interesting things I could think will happen in this draft is that I think a lot of teams will be trading back up. I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of quarterbacks taken early on in the draft, but I think there will be some teams, at least 1 or 2, that will trade back up into the first round late to pick a quarterback because with the way that the rookie signings are going now, with the guaranteed contracts with the last bargaining agreement they had. Quarterback, if you draft somebody, I forget what point, but there's a longer contract the earlier you sign in the draft, and there's a point where it's not guaranteed anymore, and I think people will be trading up into that area late in the first round where the contracts are still longer, so that they have the quarterback guaranteed for a longer period of time. And Cincinnati, I don't know if they fall into that area or not, but Cincinnati might be looking to trade back in order to pick up a few more draft picks. Well, that is it for today, and I'll see you next time.